This is the prep packet video for Unit 4, Chapter 9.2. We're looking at objective number 4, and this is part 1. What this objective is looking at is reminding you some of the rules on dealing with exponents. And one of the things I want you to remember is that if I am multiplying exponents, or multiplying bases with exponents, same base, I can do this. That equals x, and I add the exponent. So that's x to the 2 plus 3, or x to the 5th. If I'm doing division involving the same bases with exponents, same thing. If I multiplied here, I'm going to, when multiplying, I added. When dividing, I'm going to subtract. So this, x to the 3rd over x to the 2nd, is the same as x to the 3 minus 2 equals x to the 1, or just x. If it were the other way and the larger exponent were on top or on the bottom, I would have x to the 2nd over x to the 4th. Again, I'm going to subtract, and I'll have x to the 2nd minus 4, x to the 2 minus 4. That's going to give me x to the negative 2. Remember, if you see a negative exponent, make it a negative exponent, make it the reciprocal. So this will be 1 over x to the 2nd. Finally, if you have x to the 2nd and it's in parentheses and there's another power out here, because that parentheses is in between, you're going to multiply. So that will be x to the 4th, because it's 2 times 2. Over here I would have x to the 3rd to the 7th power. 3 times 7 is 21, so I'd have x to the 21st. Let's take a look at some other problems here. And again, we have in number 18, we have parentheses. So I'm going to multiply these two exponents, and I will have x. 2 times 3 is 6. Here, again, I'm multiplying. There's no parentheses involved though, so now I'm going to add those. And that's x to the 2nd plus negative 4, and that's x to the negative 2. Make me a reciprocal, 1 over x to the 2nd. And I know I'm racing through this, but you've already seen some of these, and I know you know how to do them. So here we have division. I'm going to find the difference in the exponents, so that's going to be b to the 13 minus 7. So we end up with b to the 6th, and that's not a negative exponent, so it's a whole number. Now these over here are a little bit different. We have rational exponents and parentheses, and the same thing I did here, I multiplied. I'm going to multiply here as well. You have to remember about your rules about multiplying fractions. So this is 2/5 times 6 over 1. Multiply straight across, so that's 12/5. So your new simplified answer would be 3 to the 12/5. Here, again, I'm multiplying same bases. So I'm going to add these fractions. So this will be 27 to the 2/3 minus 1/3, or plus negative 1/3. And that gives me a new answer of 27 to the 1/3, which you could also write like this and simplify that to 3. Here I have same bases being divided, so I need to subtract fractions. Now up here I had common denominators, and I do here as well. So same base, this will be 4 to the 13 over 3 minus 7 over 3. That will equal 4 to the 6/3. Please simplify this. This will be 4 to the 2nd, and your final answer will be 16. Okay, and I'm just going to keep going. You may have a break in your packet, but I think we can keep moving here. Number 24, I have the same base, so that means I'm going to add those fractions. So this will be x to the 1/4 plus 5/4, or x to the 6/4. Please reduce that to x to the 3/2. Now, this one is a little bit different. There's a couple of things you need to pay close attention to. First of all, this base and this base are different. So you're not going to do anything involving the exponents in the denominator or the numerator. What you are going to do, though, is you're going to multiply this exponent here, and you'll multiply the 8 by this exponent here. So you'll end up with, it's still going to be p. 1/6 times 8/1 would be 8/6. You can reduce that to p to the 4/3. And same with the q. You'll have over q, and you have 3 to the second. 3 times 8 is 24. And it's really, we're working with 8/1, so over 2, and that's the same as q to the 12th. Again, I cannot do anything vertically because the bases are not the same.